Nobody likes to be hemmed in with a bunch of cords and cables, right? Well, today we're going to take a look at a really nice wireless system from XVIVE. It is called the P58, and it actually has a receiver that is a chromatic tuner. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, I love my wireless systems, and XVIVE is a company that is well known for their wireless. I had not tried them yet, so I was like, oh, this came out, the P58, it just has everything that I was looking for. Well, I don't know, maybe if I'd have gotten the A58 system, so I have the receiver and the transmitter, and then got this and had an extra transmitter, it would be nice because you don't always need a pedal, right? But if you're somebody who has a pedal board and you need a chromatic tuner on there, dude, this is the perfect way to go. This thing even has true bypass or buffer for its system, and it's pretty great. There is a little bit going on with this thing, so let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you what's inside the box, and I'll show you all the specs and features, and then we're gonna take it out and do a little range test, so let's get right into it. I've got really nice packaging, the P58 guitar wireless system plug and play, XVIVE, and yeah, so basically they have I think it's the A58 is the name of the transmitter, and together with this, it's the P58. All of your technical specs back here. It's got 5.8 gigahertz true diversity wireless system, high resolution 24-bit 48 kilohertz audio, transmitter battery life up to 5 hours, less than 5 milliseconds latency, got 6 wireless channels, dynamic range 110 dB, integrated wireless receiver and chromatic tuner, wireless range up to 100 feet, depends on RF signal absorption, reflection, and interference. Yeah, so if you've got your body in front of this or between this and the receiver, and you're really far away, it may have some issues, just like any wireless system. And the transmitter works with both active and passive pickups. It's got like a switching on there for that. The receiver scans for wireless status and selects the best signal. It has a USB Type-C charging port on the receiver, just so for convenience to charge the transmitter. It has buffered bypass and true bypass on the receiver. It works for guitar, bass, and other musical instruments. In this, you get the transmitter, receiver, USB charging cable, manual, and 12-volt power adapter, which is nice because, you know, it's a bummer when you get something like this and you're like, oh, now I gotta find a power adapter for it. So that's a nice touch. You know, this is a small little touch, but see how it has these little tabs right here? That actually makes it easy to open that. Sometimes it's really difficult to pull those things out. Now, I've been using this, so it's kind of loosely in here, but I did want you to see what the presentation looks like when you open it up. The other parts that are not inside the box are right there. We've got a manual in here, P58, P58R. The manual is really, really easy to understand and gives you all the different scenarios and stuff that you might need. So that is great too. Everything is well put together in here. We've got a USB-C cable, which is what you're gonna charge your transmitter with. And here's the transmitter. A couple things about this that makes it better than some of the other ones I've used. It has a little bit more of a neck on it. And I've noticed that a lot of them, there's really not that much of a neck on there. So what you've got to do is you got to pull it like this, you know, from the actual transmitter piece. Let's see if we can get focus here. Yeah, so you got to pull it like that, and that means you're really putting stress on that. On this one, it's long enough, I can actually grab it right there and pull it out like that, so that's good. Yeah, A58 is the name of the transmitter, and when we turn this on, well, it's in channel 1 right now, and that's because this was in channel 1 the last time I was using it, but you can choose which channel you want to use. You can go through those. And then if you hold this button right here for 3 seconds, that turns that on. So, you know, that's for active pickups. If you want it back in passive, you just push that button and hold it. And that's how that works, on and off switch right there. And this is actually a pretty cool little thing too, okay? A lot of times with these internal battery things, well, basically, once the battery dies in there, you toss it, right? Well, this one, you can take that screw out of there, take this little door off of here, and you can actually replace the rechargeable batteries in here. I don't know how difficult those are to get, but I'm sure you can get them right from XVIVE. When you're done, just turn it off. I'll show you the demo here in just a second with the whole thing, but we've got a 12-volt adapter right here, and I've taken to labeling every one of my things. It's just, you have to do it. There's a warranty card, 1-year warranty on that, and then this is just a pamphlet that has all their other stuff in here, and they have got a lot of gear. And then we've got the receiver, which is actually a chromatic tuner. Over here on the side, you can see that we have true bypass and buffer. You can choose between those. And basically, if you've got a whole chain of effects after this, you know, a lot of things between this and the amp, they suggest buffer or true bypass if you really do not. And I think a lot of people prefer true bypass, and a lot of times when you're looking at tuners, it's one or the other, right? So it's nice that you have both of those. You have a channel scan right here. If you want to find the best channel for your environment, you hit that and it'll scan and find the best channel, and then you can just change your transmitter to that same channel. There's the output on this side, and over here you do have an input. You don't have to use that because you're using wireless, but in case something goes wrong with your wireless and you don't have another transmitter, you can plug directly into this and not miss a beat. It's got some rubber feet on the bottom of it, and back here is your output. So this is a 5-volt output for the A58T, which is your transmitter. You can plug it in there to charge it, and that's your DC in right there. So pretty simple. Foot switch. Well, let's show you how it works. All right, I've got it propped up on my little stand here. So yeah, you can plug your USB into the back here, just like that. And then you can plug that into your transmitter and it will charge. So, I mean, it's just a convenient thing. I don't know that I would try to use that for anything else than that. You can see the little one that's over here in the corner. That is because that's the channel that it is selected. And then we can turn on the transmitter, and it's selected to channel 1 as well. And then you'll see that the RF is up in the corner, meaning that it is connected to the transmitter. So we're all connected and ready to go. Now, should you need to change channels on this, you can press that button and hold it for 3 seconds and it will scan for the best channel. But in my house, channel 1 is working great. And if you did do that and you needed to change your channel, then you would just change it like that. In this case, I just took it back to channel 1. Well, let me go ahead and plug this into a guitar and I'll show you the tuner. One other benefit to this is that it's basically a kill switch. If this was on your pedal board, the first thing on your pedal board, then you can hit this right here and you're going to go basically to your tuner, but it mutes it, so it's kill switch. So if you needed to just all of a sudden have silence, you just turn on your tuner and you're good to go. So while that's muted, and that's, so on and so forth. Once you're done with that, you hit that switch again, and it unmutes, and you're good to go. It's feeding into the amplifier. And that's really about it when it comes to this. Man, I live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and the temperatures here have been excruciating. It might say it's 82 degrees, but the feels like temperature is 105, 108, that kind of thing. So there's really just no place in a little condo to do an appropriate test of something that's supposed to have a range of 100 feet. So yesterday was a little bit cooler. The feels like temperature was around 98 to 100, so I thought I'd go out and test it out. So we're gonna do a test that I think we got at least to about 100 feet. Let's check it out. All right, we're gonna do a little distance test. I've got this plugged into the Spark Mini over there, just a little quick test outside. I've also had to bring out a little solar generator that I've got the pedal plugged into, or the tuner plugged into, the receiver. So I'm gonna see how far we can go. I've got a court that's the next court over there that's gotta be about 100 feet away from here. So I'm gonna walk over there and see how it goes, okay? All right, so when your back is turned to it, if this is being blocked, your transmitter, then it is likely that you're going to have a little bit of dropout. But most of the time, you're going to be facing your transmitter, your receiver. All right, well, what we're going to do, I don't even know if this microphone, my Rode microphone, is working, but we're going to walk all the way over here to this other court, and then we'll walk on back. We're pretty far away now, right? All the way over here to this other court. Well, let's see how this goes. It sounds like there might be a little bit of dropout, but I can't really tell. There's air conditioning units around here and all that stuff, but yeah, so I'm walking without playing. All right. Trying to play and concentrate on whether I can hear that or not is not exactly always the easiest thing. let's try that again. So there is a very, very small delay when I get far away from it, but the closer I get to it, it seems that the delay, it's like what do they say, -5 milliseconds, seems to get a little bit better. Now, that might actually just be the fact that it's not really a delay in the signal, it's a delay in the sound getting from that speaker to my ear, the further away I get. So that may just be it. Well, hopefully that came out good enough and we can tell that, it does. It works for a very good amount of distance. And I would like to point out that that receiver is actually up underneath the cover for my bed on the truck there. So, it's not like it's facing up and at me. If you were on a stage, anywhere on a stage, you would definitely be able to use this. Even if you jumped into the crowd for a little bit, you'd still have no problems at all. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I don't often walk and play. I guess it's kind of like walking and chewing gum at the same time, except for there's a lot more to think about, but I thought it held up really well. So if you're really far away from the receiver and your body blocks the signal, you might get a little bit of dropout. And it was hard to tell because I was pretty far away from that little speaker on the Spark Mini, so it sounded like there was a little bit of a delay, but I think the delay I was hearing was actually hearing the sound coming back from the speaker to me, because the closer I got to it, it decreased. So I don't know, but that less than 5 milliseconds delay, I'd say that's accurate. The thing works really good. It's super sturdy, and one of the big things for me is that neck on here, because every one of the other ones I have, you have to pull from this part right here, which means you're putting a lot of stress on this. It's much better to be able to grab it like that, pop it right out. I like that a lot. I've got a couple of guitars that have active pickups on them. I did test that feature on there. It seemed to work really well, so that's nice that you can switch back and forth. And being able to change the channels real easily and clearly see what channel it's on, as well as scanning channels with the receiver so you can make sure that you're always on an appropriate channel for the situation that you're in. The build quality on this is actually really, really solid. I don't think I'm gonna have any problems with that. The display is big, and yeah, it could get scratched or whatever. I did take off the little film that was on it. Be nice if they included a little screen cover, but you could probably buy like a phone screen cover and trim it down and put it on there if you really wanted to. I found that the chromatic tuner on here is very accurate, so I'm happy with that. I really don't have any complaints at all. This is a really nice little setup. I guess the only complaint would be like, it'd be nice if you also got a extra receiver that was just, a dongle type receiver, just in case you didn't have the whole setup going with that. But then again, you probably already have one of those. You get this, and now you've got an extra transmitter that you can keep charged. 5 hours though, of playtime I'd say is pretty accurate. So you're probably, unless you're doing a Fish concert or something like that, you're probably not gonna have to worry about that, as long as you charge it ahead of time. So that is the P58 guitar wireless system. It'll work for a bass, it'll work for any instrument that you can plug in with that type of jack. So I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'll put a link down in the description to their website so you can check it out for yourself. But most of the big retailers, Sweetwater, Guitar Center, all those guys, they should have this in stock. Well, I hope you're having a great weekend, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out this video. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there, a notification bell. Click both of those. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. And feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think of it. How would you use it? And if there's anything that you're thinking, Tony, I'd really like to see you review this item, well, let me know down there, and we'll see if we can get that on the channel as well. Either way, I just want to thank you so much for your support here in the channel, and that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.